Welcome to The Scoop, where small changes lead to big results. I'm Rachel, a registered dietitian and a mom on a mission to make nutrition simple, practical, and actually doable. Whether it's decoding labels, busting food myths, or sharing easy wellness wins, this is your space to get real answers that fit real life. So let's dive into today's episode and take one more step toward feeling your best. Any and all opinions and views shared by hosts and guests on this podcast are the speaker's own and do not represent the views of Live It Up or its affiliates or parent company. Hey guys, welcome back to The Scoop, serving you straight nutrition talk, one scoop at a time. I am Rachel, a registered dietitian with almost 20 years experience. And today we're talking nutrition tips to help balance women's hormones. That's right. This one's for you, ladies. We have so many hormones that help regulate different processes in the body, from insulin and cortisol to ghrelin and adrenaline. And while I could talk to high heaven about how nutrition impacts all of them, we just don't have that kind of time today, okay? So with a focus on hormonal balance and health for women, I'll be discussing various nutrition strategies for each stage of your menstrual cycle and your fertility. We'll get another podcast that focuses on perimenopause and menopause, so just hang tight for that one. But today, there's a lot to cover, so we're just going to really skim the surface. If you have more questions after, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am happy to help you. Hopefully these tips can help you stay healthy and get through some of the symptoms you might be experiencing throughout different stages of, your cycle and through your life. So let's start with an overview of what foods are important for overall hormone balance and which foods might cause an imbalance. Because, for example, an imbalance of these hormones like insulin and cortisol can impact fertility. So here are a few things that you can do to help keep these hormones in balance, these two specific ones. First is get enough protein. Protein is not only the building block of most hormones, but it can also help reduce the hunger hormone ghrelin and help release more of the hormones that help you feel full. Remember, your goal is likely somewhere between 20 and 40 grams of protein per meal. This is important because cravings can lead you to eat more simple carbs, which contributes to higher insulin levels. The second thing is exercise. Exercise helps the body reduce insulin levels and increases insulin sensitivity. The third thing is watch your added sugar intake, especially from sugar-sweetened beverages. 4, get in those healthy fats, things like fatty fish, avocado, olive oil, nuts and seeds. These give you unsaturated fats that can help keep your cortisol levels in check when your stress goes up. 5, high fiber diet. Aim for 25 grams of fiber per day. Again, this helps support healthy insulin levels. 6, watch your sodium intake. There are some studies linking higher sodium with higher cortisol measurements, so be aware of that. And 7, finally, sleep. Falling short of your sleep needs has been linked with imbalances of many different hormones in the body. That's the big picture. Now let's get into each stage. And we're gonna talk about the menstrual cycle, so each stage of your cycle. This is something that has been referred to as cycle syncing. This is where you sync up your nutrition and often exercise with the 4 different phases of your cycle. And this can help you optimize your well-being and help you move through the changes in energy and symptoms a little easier. So let's start with the menstrual phase, or when you actually have your period. Yay, Aunt Flo. Doesn't she make us all so happy? So during this time, estrogen is at its lowest point. A lot of women may feel cramping, fatigue, irritability. Let's not sugarcoat it. You might want to turn to pizza and sweets and other comfort foods. But these foods aren't giving you the nutrients you need during your cycle. Plus, they may be throwing your hormones off a bit. So to help avoid cravings during this low energy week, you want to focus on protein at every meal and lots of high fiber foods to help keep you feeling full and satisfied. And here are some specific nutrients and foods to help support you during this phase. So iron-rich foods to help replenish the iron that you're losing by shedding all that blood. That includes red meat, lentils, beans, cooked leafy greens. These are all great sources of iron. Be sure to get some vitamin C during the day too, as that will help you absorb more of the iron. So things like raw bell pepper, strawberries, citrus fruits, These are all rich in vitamin C. And I'd like to point out that some women who have heavy flows lose so much iron that they need to take an iron supplement during their phase. So I want you to talk to your doctor if you get really extra tired or winded going upstairs, and you've changed your diet to no avail. Your doctor might be able to check your iron levels during your cycle. You have to get it checked during your cycle to see if a supplement might be helpful for you. Listen to your body. Be your best advocate. Some of these symptoms don't have to be this bad. Vitamin K. Vitamin K is critical for blood clotting for the process. So foods rich in vitamin K may be an important part here. So leafy green vegetables are going to be your best bet here. But you can also get some from broccoli, soybeans, pumpkin puree, edamame, and blueberries. And then the last thing to think about is omega-3 fatty acids, which may help with inflammation and cramping. You can find that in things like salmon, ground flax seeds, walnuts. They could be helpful during this week. In terms of exercise, you're tired. You're tired during this week, but it's important to move your body to help with energy, your mood, and your overall health. Do low intensity things like yoga or stretching, walking. Of course, be sure to get outside, get in the sunlight for that good mood therapy. After you have your period, you come into what is known as the follicular phase, which is between period and ovulation. So your estrogen is coming back up, your energy is coming back up, you're starting to feel like yourself again. And during this time, you want to lean into keeping your energy levels steady and focus on supporting your health and hormone balance. Here, you want to make sure that all your meals have some protein, of course, but also some complex carbohydrates, lots of fiber in there. Get things like sweet potatoes or maybe some quinoa, because now you have energy to work out harder. So you need them to fuel so that you can get in those sessions when you work out. Plus, they have lots of B vitamins that may be helpful for hormone balance. They have fiber for your gut health because, interestingly, some pretty important hormones are produced in the gut. So we do want to make sure that our gut is healthy. Get your healthy fats here: avocados, nuts, seeds, fatty fish, and oils. Even some fermented foods may help during this phase to help support your probiotic intake. And again, that leads back to your gut health. In terms of exercise, pick it up. Go for higher intensity. You're feeling better, take advantage, go for a jog, fast walk, swim. This is the time to get your heart rate up because you're feeling good. Okay, we come into the third phase, and this is ovulation. So your estrogen and testosterone are both at their highest, and you have a lot of energy. You may have less cravings during this time too because your energy level is at its peak. So nutrition during this time is really similar to the follicular phase. You're really focusing on overall health, getting a balance of the macros and the micros that your body needs. It's easier to eat healthfully during this time, so take advantage. Also, you're feeling good, fuel your workouts, get in some whole grains. And if you're curious, some of the best times to have these whole grains are around your workouts to help fuel it. So increase your energy to give you what you need to have a good workout, but then also to recover from it, to restore your glycogen stores, which is your stored form of glucose in your muscle. It's what your body goes to first for energy. So think about it as like the parentheses around your workout, like some simple carbs before, some complex carbs after. And then, the rest of the day, you can still have grains, but that's where you really want to make sure you're getting some. Also, a lot of people finish a workout and then end up not eating because they're not hungry, but then they overeat later because their body is all of a sudden feeling all those effects from the exercise and that calorie deficit, and you're more likely to overeat. So make sure you have something after your workout so that you're less prone to overeating later in the day. Again, whole body wellness, we're looking at a balanced diet, protein, lots of plants, whole grains, healthy fats, foods to support your gut health. Get your really intense workouts in now. Lift weights, kickbox if you like to, spin, find something you love, get after it. And then the last phase is the luteal phase. And this one is where we start to feel like crap again. Your estrogen begins to go down. And if you're one of the lucky ones, you get to start those PMS symptoms right now. They start kind of toward the end of this phase. So since energy is going down, your cravings are going to start to go up. Make sure your protein and fiber are on point here to help keep you satisfied. If you're someone who feels bloated during this time, watch your sodium intake. Make sure you're meeting or even going a little above your fluid needs. Remember that a good starting point is to drink about half your weight in fluid ounces. But if it's hot or if you're exercising, you definitely need some more. Focus on magnesium-rich foods here. These might help with bloating. So if pumpkin and chia seeds or different kinds of nuts like almonds and cashews, black beans, edamame, soy milk, these may be helpful for getting more magnesium. You might also consider, if you're feeling bloated, you might also consider eating small, frequent meals instead of larger meals, because a large meal can leave you feeling like there's more to digest, you're fuller. If you're not digesting well, you will feel more bloated. So small, frequent meals might be the ticket, just like that. Remember, this is all going to vary. Everyone's an individual. So listen to your body, pay attention to the signals it's sending you. You might want to take some notes for a month. What are you feeling during these different cycles? If you do experience symptoms of PMS, it is sometimes linked with being low in certain micronutrients, things like vitamin B6, D, and E, calcium and magnesium. So chat with your doctor. Consider if taking these supplements during this phase may be helpful for you. During the luteal and the menstrual phase, where your energy is at its lowest, you may consider minimizing refined carbs, even though those are the foods you want to eat the most. Things like white breads and pasta and too many sweets. These can actually raise your blood sugar really fast and then drop it even faster, which could leave you feeling even more fatigued and with even more cravings, and then also with even more changes to your mood, all things that you're already going to feel. So why exacerbate it? Make sure you're not skipping meals. Make sure it's regular meals, you're having breakfast. Skipping meals can make you feel more fatigued and have more cravings, which are all things we're trying to remedy here. So do what is in your control as much as you're able. And even though you're tired, getting in some walking or light exercise during this luteal phase can really help with energy levels. So go easy on yourself, but get outside, get a walk in, go to the gym, get your body moving so that you're focusing on all aspects of your health here and you're pulling all the levers that you're able to so that you can feel your best. This might also mean more intensive therapies such as antidepressant if you need it, if you have severe PMDD, or talking to a therapist. Your health is important. No need to shove all your symptoms under the rug and just deal with them because that's what maybe we were taught to do, or, because it's not talked about a lot in society. Get the support you need to feel your best. And just know that nutrition can support your mood and your energy, and make sure you're getting the nutrients your body needs to help support this hormone balance throughout your cycle. Again, everyone is different, so be sure to track your symptoms throughout your cycle. Figure out what works best for you. If you need individual help, find a registered dietitian who specializes in hormones and who can help guide some of these dietary changes and really tailor them to your lifestyle and needs. Overall, it's just about treating your body well, eating the foods that keep us healthy inside and out, moving our bodies every day. That's it. That's not hard. I know it's a lot. Just remember that small changes and adding small stepwise habits over time is so important to your success. What small habit will you include in this upcoming week? What will help you feel your best? Let me know in our judgment-free zone. I'd love to support you and get out there and have a fabulous day.